If you just bought a freeze dryer, there are some accessories that I think you absolutely are going to want to purchase. My name's Brooke here at Freeze Dry Society, and I have been freeze drying for over 4 years, and along my journey have realized what accessories are absolutely worth it and I consider must-have accessories for your machine that your machine does not come with when you buy it. And I even have a few accessories that I do not think are worth it that I will share with you in this video also. So stick around, I've compiled my top 5 must-have accessories that I would buy over and over again. Now these items are not necessarily in any particular order because I value all of them equally. So we're just gonna start out with number 5, and that is a vacuum jar sealer. I package a lot of my freeze-dried food in mason jars like this. These are freeze-dried grapes, and packaging them in mason jars allows me to be able to see what is inside my jar. But when you open the lid, you need a way to reseal your jar so that your food stays fresh and doesn't get soft and soggy and gross. That is where this tool comes in. You set it on top with a flat lid on top. You turn the button on, you let it vacuum pump for 60 seconds, and you've got an airtight seal. I keep this in my freeze drying room. It's also nice to have one up in my kitchen for the foods that I have in my pantry. When I want to open the jars, I can take out what I want and then quickly reseal the top so that the food stays fresh. I will have all of these linked in the video description below. I just get mine on Amazon. It's nice because it comes with a piece that you can do wide mouth jars or regular mouth. I love packaging food in mason jars, so this is a must-have accessory. Accessory number 4 are MRE sized Mylar pouches. When you buy a freeze dryer, your machine does come with Mylar bags. They are in one standard size, which are probably about this width, but taller, which are great for packaging food. They work wonderfully. What I love about the MRE size bags is that you can fit 1 meal's worth size in here. These are awesome for camping meals, meal prep, whatever you want to do. And these are perfect for individual portions of MRE meals. If I'm making like a recipe, I don't like packaging it all in one big size bag because sometimes I just want a meal for myself. And if I have to open a Mylar bag that has like 5 servings of food in it, I have to use it all in that moment. Whereas if I'm just trying to get a quick meal for myself, I can bust open one of these and either fix it right in this bag or rehydrate it into a pot or whatever I want to do, and it's the perfect size. I absolutely love these. These ones are 8.5 inches wide and 6.5 inches tall, and they're fabulous. I also like them because they have the gusseted bottom, so you could stand them up straight when they're full, and they have a zip top, which is perfect for rehydrating your food. Can't live without these. MRE meals is probably my favorite thing to make in Vanilla Ice, so I always got to have a stock of these on hand. My number 3 item seems very basic and not that exciting, but it is something that I use in many of my freeze dryer runs, and that is just a digital kitchen scale. This is crucial for testing if your freeze dried food is fully dried or not. If all of the moisture has been removed from the food that the machine is going to do, the easiest way to test for that is using a kitchen scale. When your machine enters the extra dry cycle, it means that the freeze dryer has sensed that the food is fully dried. However, this thing is not perfect. It's a machine. And so to find out if your machine is right or not, during that extra dry cycle, you pull out a tray, weigh it in grams, write the weight down, put it back in the machine, add extra dry time for at least 2 hours. After that 2 hours, take the food back out, reweigh your tray. If your grams are changing, if there's a difference from the previous weight to the current weight, your machine is still pulling moisture out of the food. And so that tells you that the machine still needs to run longer. If your weights are the same, that tells you that your food is fully dried. The machine is taking all the moisture out that it's going to, and it's ready to be packaged up. It's a good little insurance to know that your food is dried and ready to be packaged so that nothing gets ruined or spoiled. So, kitchen scale, basic item, but highly necessary. Definitely need one of these. Before we go into number 2, I want to show you an item that I have that I was actually ready to get rid of because I never use it. When I saw it, I thought, wow, that is really cool. I want to buy that. And I thought I would use it all the time. I used it once, didn't love it, and it's just sat on my shelves ever since then. But I recently saw a video of what someone did with these, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool and I want to try it. So here we go. That is these silicone tray molds. I bought these thinking they were so nice, which they are. They are really great quality. It is thick food grade silicone. These are Harvest Right brand and they're really cool. I just did not find a use for them. I didn't like them. As many of you know, we are getting ready to do a big move and I'm like, I don't need these anymore. I was gonna give them away to a friend who has a freeze dryer, but I now want to try something with them, but I won't be able to try until we're back in our new home in Arizona. But let me tell you what we're gonna do with it. All they did, which I don't know why I've never done this before, is made a fruit smoothie. They just used all different kinds of frozen foods, whatever you like, added Greek yogurt to it, whatever you like in your fruit smoothies. They poured the smoothie into the molds and freeze dried them. And they came out in little cubes and she rehydrated them in a shaker bottle with water and ice cubes. Shook it up and then just drank it like a smoothie. And she said that it tasted like a fresh smoothie. And I'm like, that's pretty smart. I typically only like smoothies if it's like really cold and thick and delicious. And so with this rehydrated, I don't know if it's going to be like too thin and not taste that great, but if you're using it for like camping food, it's an awesome way to be able to have fresh fruit traveling without having to carry actual fruit that can just go bad in your bags. You can have these little tiny squares of smoothie that you can just drink up anytime. And I think my kids would love it too. So these were ready to go bye-bye for me, but I'm gonna give them another chance. If you have other ways that you use these that you love, let me know. That's what I think about those. If you don't have a freeze dryer yet and you are interested in purchasing one, I've got a link down in the video description below. Mine is from Harvest Right. I have a size medium. This is the older version of the size medium, so I only have 4 shelves. The new version of the size medium has 5 shelves, so you really can get a lot of food in your freeze dryer. Gardening season is here and upon us. This is my favorite way to preserve fruits, vegetables, all the things, especially stuff that you can grow at home. Freeze dryer is just the best. It is Black Friday pricing in the month of May. So size small and size medium are gonna be your biggest discounts. Check those out. I am saving my number 1 item is my favorite freeze-dried accessory of all time. It is like the most genius invention and I love it. But number 2 is one that I use almost every freeze dryer run and is really nice, especially if you are pre-freezing foods in your freezer and if you have a freeze dryer that's like not in the same room as your kitchen when you're preparing foods. This accessory is so convenient because you can carry all your trays in one setting. Did you guess it? These are my tray lids. These are the ones that are sold from Harvest Right. Guys, these are my favorite ones. There are other companies that make different types of tray lids. I actually have another set from another company that I really don't like because they are very hard to get the lid onto my tray. Maybe that's user error. They're like this snap-on, really tight type of lid. And when I've tried to use them, because I'm having to force the tray lid on so hard, the food inside of it like splashes and messes up and gets kind of messy. It's just hard for me to use. And maybe that's because I haven't used them enough that they're not like broken in. I don't know. I don't love them, so I never use them. I always use these ones because these just pop on your tray very gently. They do have these little edges that clip onto the sides. I will say that this does not make your tray seal proof. So if you are carrying liquids with your tray on it, you still have to be very steady and still, or you could leak fluid out the side of it. I'm a very skilled balancer, so I don't have any issues if I'm carrying trays with my lids that are liquidy. I can just walk very still. But these work great if you are pre-freezing foods in your freezer because you can put your lid on a tray, stack them up nice and tall, slide them right into your freezer, and you can pre-freeze that way. I also just use these for when I'm up in my kitchen. My kitchen is upstairs and I want to bring all of my trays down to my freeze dryer in my basement. I can stack them up in one load, carry them down in one go so I don't have to go up and down the stairs a million times. Because who wants to do that? Not me. These are my favorite tray lids. They are from Harvest Right and I love them. And I've honestly had these for almost 4 years. I got these fairly quickly after I bought Vanilla Ice and they have lasted this entire time. I sometimes put them in the dishwasher. Other times I just wash them by hand, and they still work perfectly great as the day that I bought them. Oh, the other thing, did you know that you can freeze dry in these trays? People were shocked that you could do that. I mean, yes, they're plastic, but you can freeze dry in them. It says on the packaging, these can double as a tray, and I have tried that and it works. So that's kind of cool. Another accessory that I have that I don't ever use, like ever, are tray dividers. Now, I understand the want and need for tray dividers. I'm just not the type of person that cares about having perfectly squared portions of food on my freeze dryer trays. That's too complicated for me. I like freeze drying to just be an easy, quick process. And so I don't like the extra fluff of having to do all these things to like separate your food into perfect equal portions. These are just the side pieces. There are long ones that go down your tray, so you can do them in any kind of shape that you want. These I definitely think I'm gonna be getting rid of. And some people love these, so don't get mad at me if you love tray dividers. I am so happy for you if you do. My brain and time and energy just does not work that way, so I don't use these. This is not something that you are going to need to be a successful freeze dryer. So I don't know. I would put your money towards something else. These ones are from freezedryingsupplies.com. I'll have a link to them in my video description below, because my number one item does come from freezedryingsupplies.com. It is my all-time favorite freeze drying accessory. There's accessories out there for everybody. If your brain works like this is great for you. My brain does not work like this. So I don't need these. I don't like them. I'm getting rid of them. But let me show you my favorite thing ever. Maybe you already know what it is. You'll have to tell me if you guessed it right. Are we ready? The food funnel. If you have seen any freeze drying content creators using this and thought, that's a crazy thing, what is that for? Let me show you. You insert these poles into the sides here and just twist the little knob to put it at whatever height your package is that you're packaging food into. It's super easy. This is another item that I have had for a few years and has held up fabulously. Packaging freeze-dried food can be extremely messy, and so with this tool, you're able to put either your mason jar down here or a Mylar bag. Take your tray and slide it all right into the funnel. It is so nice. This funnel is huge, so all of your food scraps fall in, leaving you with minimal messes on your table. It's a little expensive, but honestly, completely worth the money. I would buy this over and over again. If it broke or if I lost it, this would be something I would immediately repurchase. I love this thing. Can't recommend it enough. One last bonus item is this tray scoop. This one is from Crunch Co., which is another awesome freeze drying supplies company. They make awesome tools, and I also have a 10% off discount code with them that you can use anytime. I'll have the info here on the screen, and they'll be linked in the video description below. But this is cool because it fits my medium-sized tray perfectly, and you can scrape your food from your tray directly into the funnel, which is so nice because you can get all of your surface area in one go. Or if you have like berries or something on here, holy moly, you can scoop them right up, and the back has a lip on it so they don't fall out. Scoop it up, put it in your bag, whatever you want to do. This thing is awesome too. I'm sure there's plenty of accessories that I did not include in my top 5. I mean, I've got tons of accessories. So if your favorite didn't make my list, put it in the comments down below so we can all just share our favorite items, and we can have a nice, awesome reference to things we might want to buy to make our freeze drying journeys a little bit easier and more convenient. It's kind of crazy that we're getting ready to package up Vanilla Ice for our big move. So my camera died when I was filming my last scene. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, because in my next video, I am going to be packing up Vanilla Ice, and we're going to learn together the proper way to package your freeze dryer up if you are moving. That should be fun, or maybe a bit stressful. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's not too hard and that we got all of the right supplies that we need to make this safe to go into a U-Haul down the Alcan, all the way from Alaska to Arizona. Is it gonna survive? I hope so. Remember, my friends, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye.